Hello, this is DMRobG, and welcome to DMG Reviews. Today, I am reviewing Attempted Two-Player Nuzlocke by Jaiden Animations. Jaiden Animations is actually one of my favorite animators on YouTube. Her Pokemon series have inspired me to create my own, and here I am. This is her latest one, and let's begin.
You know the drill at this point. Pokemon fame.
By the way, I love the details she puts in these. And yes, I will keep interrupting. Like this little poor Pichu right here.
You know the drill at this point. Pokemon.
That gets smashed underneath that golem. With the golem having a smiling face. With the golem having a rather humorous smile on his face.
Faints, it dies. Catch one Pokemon per route and...
Spagublio. I love that name. This is what you get when you have a writer's room. All these little in-jokes are actually from more than one person. I know that she works with a team, and she has a really good team.
nickname it to set up for emotional trauma.
I love how it got Yamcha'd. I really do. This is what happens when you bring diversity to a team.
But this time we're doing something a bit different. A two-person Nuzlocke. It's technically called a Soul Link, but no one knows what that means. So basically you and person 2 play the same Pokemon game at the same time, following the same Nuzlocke rules. However, your Pokemon are linked, which means if my starter dies, player 2's starter also dies.
So, on that note, I really love how a bunch of these Soul Links have actually started with Jaiden. I know that Soul Links were actually really popular back in the 2000s when YouTube got its beginning. And I seriously love how this little Pokemon right here died. Cyndaquil. I love how this little Cyndaquil died. I don't know why I didn't know. I forgot the name Cyndaquil. There's so many Pokemon nowadays. Back in my day, it was 150.
And they can't do anything about it. Plus, we can only have one primary typing for both of our teams combined. So if I catch a water type and add it to my team, person 2 can't have a water type at all on theirs. And
by the way, on that note, I hate this rule because it makes it hard to build team. And my understanding is that there were at some points where they did have the same typing on the team. They just didn't realize it, or they logicked their way out of it. But I'll go ahead and put the link in the link to her video below.
cherry on top, all Pokemon are randomized. I can walk into the grass at any point and accidentally find God. And maybe he'll just kill all my animals right then and there. So with all these new rules in place, I needed to find a player 2. One who's a real Pokemon master, able to adapt, improvise, and strategize all at the drop of a hat. And who else other than Pokemon Master himself? Jacob Alpharad, who at this point in time has a 50-50 Nuzlocke win ratio. Here's our Pokemon Heart Gold, Soul Silver, Soul Link Nuzlocke. We both go downstairs, barely greet our mom, and immediately...
By the way, I love this little chibi thing they got going on here.
be like...
Look at them running. It's so nice. I also love how they switched the different genders. The different gender costumes.
It to Professor Elm's lab to see what Pokemon he's got for us, because we don't know. They're random. In case you forgot what I just said, we stroll up to him and he pats Jacob on the head and goes, "Here, choose from these 3. I picked them specially for you. Torterra, Tentacruel, or Ludicolo."
And then the gods of luck descended upon Jacob. For he shall have the good Pokemon.
Alright, what do I get? Why not make you Ariados?
And then the gods of luck looked at Jaiden and said, "Go fuck yourself." And the gods of luck looked upon and they said, "Go screw yourself." God, this is some horrible lighting. There we go. That's not so bad. I love that Mankey though. Why not? It's a little adorable. The Ariados looks nice. I like them, but problem is with Ariados, it is actually a really bad Pokemon to start with. For one, it's fully evolved, so it's got the stats. 2, it's a sucky Pokemon in general. It's going to do really good early game, but not late game. Mankey actually Why not? You can't trade because it has no. You can't train because it has no attack moves. It's gonna have to be in the back the entire time. Mankey is the only viable option right here. Okay, the only option for the entire game, right?
Awesome. Jacob takes Torterra and I take Mankey, and we named them Franklin. On our way to talk to Mr. Pokemon, Jacob runs into a Regirock in a random patch of grass, which just flat out explodes on him.
This is why I don't start my randomized runs until I get the Pokeballs. Because stuff like this can happen.
No one died, luckily, but also, oh my god. We get an egg, and immediately Professor Elm calls and tells us he's been robbed and bullied. You really couldn't handle being alone for 10 minutes, could you? On our way back to help a grown adult, we stumble onto a shady figure who scoffs, challenges us to a battle with Pokemon he stole from Elm, which we immediately win, scoffs again, then drops his wallet, passport, credit card, driver's license, social security, Target gift card.
This is why you have a writer's room. This joke right here probably would not have been as good if you didn't have like 10 people tossing out ideas. I love the Target gift card bit.
Card on the ground in front of us for the world to see. Dude, get your craps together. You can't be doing that when you're a wanted fugitive. Back in the lab, Elm is crying on the floor as the police and our neighbor are trying to comfort him, and the police asks us if we saw anyone suspicious. Yes, we saw his info. Now here we get to name our rival. Jacob and I try to think of someone that we both shared some sort of rivalry with. When we remembered a certain professional Pokemon Nuzlocker has been consistently reacting and critiquing our Nuzlocke so far, some of his comments were more critical.
You deserve that, Jacob. I saw that video. As oh my goodness.
Than others, and directed at one of us more than the other. Mr. Policeman, his name is Jan.
It's pronounced yawn.
Hi, Jan. Let's see if you can destroy us from the inside out. Anyway, our neighbor takes us out to some grass to show us how to catch a Pokemon, runs into Articuno, catches it in a Pokeball in the green, and turns to us and goes, see, just like that. They give us some Pokeballs and we can finally start our journey. We both run around in the grass and our first encounters are Barboach and Houndoom. This would have been awesome for Jacob if he could catch the dang thing. Since we only had Pokeballs, Houndoom was not getting in the ball no matter what, and we ended up not getting that pair. But you know, it's alright, there's plenty more encounters like Hoppip Farfetch that Jacob accidentally kills, or Geodude Gyarados that Jacob accidentally kills, or Tyrogue Charizard that Jacob accidentally kills. Hey, why do I get this? And Jacob gets all this? And why do you keep killing him, Jacob? But finally...
Okay. From what I understand it, here's why. Torterra is a fully evolved Pokemon. It probably has Razor Leaf to start with. Razor Leaf has a high crit rate. So basically he's taking all these Pokemon and critting on them. On top of that, the catch rate is likely to be really low. You can adjust this inside the Universal Randomizer, and actually you really should because Houndoom, Charizard, and all the fully evolved Pokemon actually have really bad catch rates because you're expected to use Ultra Balls on them. Okay, Great Balls or Ultra Balls.
In the Ruins of Elf, we managed to catch a new pair, Sandslash Camerupt. Not bad at all. We tried to name them Michael, but both misspell it, so welcome to the team, Michels. Then on Route 32, we catch Totodile Beedrill, which is also pretty good, mainly for just me. We started combining the two Pokemon to create their names, so we ended up somehow with Bedrodo. We ran into a trainer who had a frickin' Palkia on his team. Fun fact, did you know if you Google Palkia type weakness, Google will tell you that he's weak to Fairy and Salamence?
By the way, I did check this. By the way, I went ahead and checked this, and there's actually a reference on the Palkia Pokemon entry on Pokemon Database that references this video. Google did have this, but they fixed it shortly before this video came out.
No other dragons, just Salamence. So Jacob and I started joking around every time we saw a Palkia. Oh no, if only I had a Salamence. Uh-oh, don't have a Salamence
He
over
screams.
here. It was kind of strange how many Palkias we ran into, but that didn't stop us from bullying every single one.
I love that Beedrill for one. Two. I love how every single Palkia in that scene is reacting to that Beedrill.
So we take on Falkner,
Saldrill?
the first gym leader, who has Kyogre Bronzor and Metagross Dragonair. Oh my god. After a lot of difficulty, we both managed to beat him with no casualties. I don't know how that happened, but hey, everyone's alright. Oh, he's gonna take himself out. Oh my god! How about some encounters to lighten the mood? Oh, hello, Shuckle Suicune. That Jacob accidentally kills. In Azalea Town, we challenge Bugsy, who luckily wasn't as stacked as Faulkner. And as we step outside, Jan, who is surprised we haven't been demolished yet, yeah, I'm surprised too, challenges us to a battle, which we also win. Hehehe. We run into Mawile Deoxys in the forest, who someone accidentally kills, and make our way to Gold.
That's number 6. What did I tell you about Razor Leaf and Catch Rate? What did I tell you?
Rod, where there's a security guard that'll give us both a Pokemon. He hands me a Porygon 2, which I'm ecstatic about, turns to Jacob, and gives him Regigigas, which we can't use because they're both normal types. Of all the legends you had to get, of course you get the only normal type besides actual God.
And this is why I don't like that rule. You have the Porygon 2, which you really want to use, and you can't because of someone else's luck. Jacob is a luck magnet. He will take your luck from you.
We beat Whitney and in the national park find Piplup Flaffy, which we name Plap. I pitched to Jacob that I'm willing to trade the Bedrotas to make room for this new pair, so he essentially switches Beedrill with Flaffy, which we shake on. Welcome to the team, Plap.
I love how they have this.
And then my Plap immediately almost gets killed.
In the background before they do that. I'll fix it.
Sorry, my bad. We find Dragonair Shuppet, which is an actually insane pair we could use right away. But yeah, I ended up killing that one. Look, I'm sorry, Jacob. It is harder than it looks to catch these things. We pour water on the strange trees on Route 36 that actually turn out to be Cradily Silcoon. We kinda named them Dillydoo and could have added them to the team as death fodder, but we ended up forgetting to. Which is, yeah, a pretty silly mistake, but what's the worst that could happen? Who needs death fodder in a Nuzlocke?
Who indeed?
Jacob and I make it to Ekritik and walk into the burned tower. As we are about to go down there, Jan runs up and is like, "You're only trying to catch Suicune to make yourselves look stronger than you actually are." And we're like, "No, we killed him a while ago." But he still wanted to battle, probably to show off the Mew he somehow found. We beat him yet again, go downstairs, scare off.
By the way, right here, let me get to it. Ah, there it is. Let me get to it. Stop it. Stop it.
Beat him yet again, go downstairs, scare off.
Ah, almost. Right here, you can see that Entei has a dead Suicune on his back. I love these little references and freeze frame moments. I really love Jaiden's writing team.
The dogs and go challenge Morty. Jacob didn't have any trouble for the team Morty had for him, but for me, I was having a bit of a harder time because he had a Lugia, which neither me nor my team could even handle. All I could do was bubble beam it with Plap and pray I don't get crit one-shot as Jacob just sits there watching. But it ended up working out. We arrive in Olivine and climb the giant lighthouse, almost falling to our literal death along the way. Reach Jasmine at the top, who's like, "Climb back down and go get medicine for Amphi and Cianwood." And we were like, we almost died getting here. Surfing to Cianwood, we encountered Abomasnow Pupitar. And I know what you're thinking. Yeah, we did catch them. Abomatar joined the team immediately, and suddenly we've got a pretty powerful lineup going on. Also, a random guy in town gifted us a Mewtwo and Weepinbell. Finally, I'm the one with the legend now. But we had to box him because we couldn't have a 2-grass type.
By the way, I know people are getting irritated that she's boxing Mewtwo for Abomasnow. Abomasnow is a secondary grass type. The grass type they're boxing it for is actually the Torterra. And honestly, I kind of don't blame them because, frankly, if I have a starter with me this long, it doesn't feel like a run if my starter isn't there. It feels tainted somehow.
All of this sudden shared luck combined with our 0-death win streak got us feeling pretty confident, which naturally means it's time to get kicked in the throat. Specifically by a black belt martial artist. Gym leader Chuck was indescribably tough in the most bullcrap way possible. For me, Jacob had no trouble at all because he's Jacob. He
Luck
had a
thief.
Kingdra, which I brought Obamatar out for. Nothing else on my team could really do anything against it. The main drawback of this is Obamatar's Snow Warning ability, which creates hail, damaging every Pokemon, including my own, that's not an ice type, which is pretty inconvenient in a Nuzlocke. I even made a teeny tiny comment about it when I first got him. I'm gonna call it. Snow's gonna kill one of my Pokemon. Kingdra goes down, and Chuck's only other Pokemon, he's only got 2, is Frostlass, who, if you don't know, has Snowcloak. Snowcloak makes the Pokemon
Spooky.
20% harder to hit if there's hail. You
Ooh.
wanna know how many Pokemon in Gen 4 have this ability? 5. 3 of which being Mamoswine. You wanna know how many Pokemon there are in Heart Gold, Soul Silver? 493. Now, I know these odds sound pretty awful already, but you know what this Frostlass does? She uses Ominous Wind. Ominous Wind has a 10% chance to boost every single stat of the user. She gets the stat boost twice in a row. After a lot of strategizing, we both decided the best option for us would be to send in Michael as death fodder to heal up Plap, because he's the only one that can really do anything at this point. And what happens? Please don't get another stat boost.
He's good. He's so good.
No.
By the way, you want to hear how screwed the Sandshrew is? How the universe absolutely came together, slammed in, basically just kind of coalesced on this poor little Sandshrew and decided to say, screw you, buddy. Okay, so here's what I found. Or at least I figured. There are 22 chances to catch an Obamatar right now, assuming every Pokemon is completely random. Therefore, out of a pool of 493, there are 22 chances of catching an Obamatar, which means there are 22 out of 493 chances of getting an Obamatar by this point. Now, with that being said, there are actually 2 times the gym leader can pick a Frostlass. Therefore, that is 2 out of 493. Finding these 2 is 44 out of 243,049 just for this combination alone. That is 44 times out of 243,049 chances. Frostlass uses Ominous Wind. To do it twice in a row is 1 out of 100 chances. Therefore, when you put this into an equation, you have 44 times out of 304,900. This rounds down to 11 out of 6,076,225. Just for this, that Frostlass got a critical hit. Critical hits in Gen 2 come about 6.25% of the time. Therefore, when you combine all this into a single equation, as seen above, this rounds down to 11 times out of 972,196 chances. Think about that. The universe had to pick 1 out of those 11 times to kill that Sandshrew. By the way, Jacob's box is also stacked. What the
Oh my! Frostlass crit one-shots Michael as soon as he comes out. Our first deaths. Poor Camerupt. He was so proud for making it out of Chuck's gym and then just falls over dead for no reason.
No.
I got Plap healed up and basically started heal stalling, which, sure, isn't a noble strategy, but come on. After a little
When the game screws you, you screw the game back, and I love how she's dual-wielding potions.
literally struggling against my own bad luck for what felt like hours, finally, Frostlass goes down. Finally. Holy shit. Jacob practically drags me out of the gym and we head to the beach.
I love that missing no. I have fond memories of being in my room and surfing along the Seafoam Islands looking for that thing.
See, we decided to add a pair we caught back on Route 35, which was Charmeleon Donphan named Darfel. A fantastic duo. I was admittedly, and I think justifiably, still really salty about what we just went through, but Jacob convinced me that we should just move on. We got our Darfels leveled up and returned to Olivine to feed Amphi the medicine that we picked up so Jasmine would finally do her job. And check this out.
Already done.
You're right. Oh my god.
Okay, I know she has Lugia here, but I've noticed that when you randomize a Heart Gold, Soul Silver game, it's actually really common to find random legendaries everywhere. I don't know why. On that note, I don't know why why Jasmine is caring for that Amphi. Like, I know it's sick, but you'd think she'd be able to use her freaking Lugia to go from the lighthouse to get the medicine. I think she might be providing intensive care. At least that's my headcanon. Is that she's providing intensive care.
Look at our two screens real quick.
Nah, it's alright. She also had a Geoxys. We headed to Mahogany Town, catching and adding Nidoran and Bibarel, named Beryl, to the team. And in the Lake of Rage, Jacob caught a Kyogre paired with my Swalot. We never used this pair, but I just wanted to mention it for reasons. We approached the glistening shadow of the lake beast, activate the encounter, and find a shiny Banerian Donphan. Not, you know, the best, but hey, free shiny Pokemon. Doesn't hurt to cat. Oop, I killed it.
Oh.
That's, again, my bad. Sorry. Lance walks up to us and goes, "Hi, I'm Lance." Grabs us by the wrist, kicks down the door to the Mahogany Town 7-Eleven, kills one of the guys.
By the way, this is true. In at least the original Heart Gold, Lance just kicks in that door, has his Dragonite use Hyper Beam on some random guy. I mean, granted, he's Team Rocket, but use Hyper Beam. That guy's freaking dead. Also, on that note, that Lance that killed the guy is a lot closer to the manga than it actually is in any video game.
In there and runs into the Rocket hideout where he continues to wipe out any living organism he finds down there.
They're dead.
Classic Lance. We decided to copy him and beat up all the executives and their power generator. Right before we fly to Goldenrod, we pick up the 7th badge and then continue curb stomping Team Rocket. We were getting a bit too comfy though, and as Jacob wasn't paying attention, mainly because he just got a chicken sandwich, Obamatar was killed by a Golem's earthquake.
Oh.
Oh no. That was a really bad...
Wow. It dug a hole, it died, and you put him back in the hole. That's just awesome.
Bad blow and stung much more because we weren't paying attention. But we did have to move on, especially since we...
I love how the Rocket guy's right there providing support, and then he turns mean when they realize that he's there.
We're literally in the middle of a gang fight. We shoved our way to Rocket Executive and Big Boss Archer and give him a bit of a throat chop so he would calm down and stop doing whatever it is he was doing. And everyone is saved. On our way to Blackthorn, we catch Frostlass Corfish, which put me into a vengeful trauma spiral. You. And then Jacob caught himself both a Suicune and an Apple. We arrived and took on Claire, who led with a Mewtwo against me, which at this point I shouldn't even be surprised. But all the rest of our team was pretty much a pushover for both of us. Claire's a bad sport and refused to think we were good trainers, so we talked to the old man behind the gym and he's like, "So do you beat your Pokemon?" And we were like, "No." And he's like, "Awesome. Claire, give him the stupid badge." What?
By the way, if you leave that room after this encounter, by the way, I don't know why Claire's a gym leader if she does this type of thing. But this old man, if you leave that room in return, he gives you a extreme speed Dratini.
So now we can head to the Elite Four. Hey guys, I think you should go fight a horde of Asian women in Ekritique. So we enter the Ekritique Theater and start fighting the women, and the second girl for me sends out Ambipom. As I switched to Franklin, it screeched, which I didn't pay attention to.
Aww.
And Ambipom double hit killed Franklin.
Ambipom's
Our
freaking
starters
sadist.
died. Dude, That was really sad. We were about to make it to the Elite Four with them, and bam. Not alive anymore. They were with us through everything, pretty much the backbone to our teams. Man, Jan's gonna make so much fun of us when he finds out. As we're still mourning, the last Kimono girl rest spams with Wailord.
I dealt with this before, and it is extremely prickish.
Do you have any dignity, woman? We're lamenting over here. We try to leave and the girls are all, no, go catch the legendary Pokemon. He's already got 3, so I head to Whirl Islands and Jacob scales the bell tower, and what legends do we find? The legendary Zangoose and Loudred. Finally, we have some freedom again, and as soon as we touch the water in Newbark to head to Victory Road, what pops up from the bottom of the lake but Entei himself? And Doduo. Oh my god!
Slight toss.
Hello, Dode. That's going in the box because fire types. We catch Cascoon Regirock in Victory Road, and heading towards the exit, Jan sprints up from behind us, and I iconically say, "This is your last chance to kill one of our Pokemon, Jan." And what happens? Oh my god. No.
What happened?
By the way, I don't understand how Darfell died right here. Because he used a flying I understand counter. If you don't outright smack a Pokemon with counter, that Pokemon doubles the damage back. So I get that. But Darfell's level 46, and it used a flying type move. Why is the Hitmontop still alive? Because Charizard, at least mine, had a really good special attack modifier. Or special attack stat, rather. And I don't know what she did to let Hitmontop live, because it's 8 levels above. Flying type moves are super effective against Hitmontop. Against fighting. I don't know why it lived.
Oh. That's not great.
He killed one of our Pokemon. Yeah, that sucks. That really sucks. Darfell was an incredible pair we've had since the 5th gym, and we really grew to lean on. We lost quite literally half our team right before the Elite Four. We beat Jan for the last time, enter the Indigo Plateau, and immediately bolt to the PC to see what kind of damage control we can do. After a very long time of trying to stitch together the best teams possible, we ended up with it.
Go back. Go back.
After a very long time of trying to stitch together the best team.
Is that a robotic Pikachu right here? Right here? Yes, it is. A very angry looking robotic Pikachu. Oh, it's a techno nerd. Okay. See, that makes sense. Love the detail.
Possible. We ended up with this. Ampharos Empoleon, Bibarel Nidoqueen, Beautifly Cradily, Dodrio Entei, and Victory Bell Mewtwo.
I love the hats.
I know. Wow, Jaiden. Super balanced. You've got Mewtwo and Entei, and Jacob has a Beautifly. Look,
Dude! Jacob had all the luck. What do you think? He was bound to run out at some point. Granted, I don't think he does, but he was bound to run out. At least have a low point in his luck.
This is the best we could do, I promise. Tell him, Jacob, tell him. Anyway, big deep breath. Here we go into the unknown depths of the Elite Four. Will, Coda, and Bruno were all no problem at all. We breezed right past them. Everything was going great.
This is fine.
Done.
Yeah, he's... Oh my god.
Whack!
It's fine. I win these.
On the other hand, Karen was not as nice.
No, I just mean, what if he does any charge move?
Oh.
Okay, he just did cross chop. He's dead. It's fine.
Oh, he's dead.
I was safe to fly him. I'm just paranoid. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Oh no. Guys, we're so sorry we got you killed.
7 levels below! And isn't Dode resistant to fighting type moves?
The first, 15 minutes of having you.
That was
We ended
quick.
up getting out of the battle with no more casualties, but facing Lance with a team of 4 each is really not ideal, to say the least. But we walked up to him nonetheless. Whether we win or lose here, this is our last battle. He leads with Fiona and...
By the way, I love the ominous feel right here. I love the ominous look right here. Because, Lance is a drama queen. I noticed that in Fire Red, he had statues of dragon Pokemon lined up all along the hallway.
But we walked up to him nonetheless. Whether we win or lose here, this is our last battle. He leads with Fiona and Ledian, which we were both like, ha ha ha, Lance, is this all you've got?
You never say that out loud. Did you not remember this when you said something to Yawn and he countered your Charizard? Do you not remember this? You don't tempt fate, especially in a Nuzlocke.
And then he hits us with the no. Jacob was up against his Porygon Z, Rampardos, Licky Licky,
bad.
Zapdos, and plus.
Special attacker, durable and high physical attacker. Durable as all snot, special attacker. Not quite a glass cannon, really durable, and plusle.
And even though it's a pretty stacked team, he was holding his own and getting through them really well. On my end, I was dealing with a giga-impacting Snorlax, which I really had nothing for. I just had to pray for no crits and as many misses as possible. It goes down eventually, and what does he send out next? Palkia. Oh, I could really use a Salamence right about now. This is what we get. We bullied Palkia so much during our journey here. Looking at my team, I don't have anything that can handle Palkia either, except for Mewtwo. And what happens? He gets Spatial Rend crit one-shot turn 1.
Oh!
I am in a lot of trouble. I took so much time getting past Snorlax that Jacob was already done with his battles, so all he could do was watch this massacre from the sidelines. I sent out Dillydoo to confuse stall him and just try to chip away at him with basically nothing. And my god was I lucky, because if Palkia hit one more crit at any point, Dillydoo and the run was over. And I was forced to dance on that line for a long time. But eventually, Dillydoo lands the finishing blow. I was so proud. The pair that we caught so early on and deemed as death fodder was the one saving us. We're so sorry for doubting you, Dillydoo. Thank you for sticking by us and not dying. But that was only half of Lance's team, might I remind you. Plap took out his Sand Slash, which stunk, but Bastiodon came out, tanked Plap's Surf, and killed him with Metal Burst.
Ooh.
I was in shock with that one. That was our second oldest pair. Ever since our Franklins died, Jacob and I both started seeing the Plaps as our star members. Beryl came out and revenge finished the Bastiodon, and Lance's last Pokemon was big ol' hard-hitting, tanky frickin' Azumarill. I sent Dillydoo back.
By the way, this is awesome, just the way they tag team out. Queen's Afraid, Cradilly. This is why Nuzlocke's were created. Now, it was first created so that instead of having the same teams over and over and over, because if you have easy access to, say, a ghost Pokemon, you tend to get the ghost Pokemon. Nuzlocke was first created so that they would force the player to use Pokemon they otherwise wouldn't. Like Cradilly here. She trash talks Cradilly during the entire thing. Cradilly's being a total bro during this. Cradilly tanked Palkia, and it looks like he's about to tank
out because Beryl would die immediately, and started the chipping game
and Cradilly's gonna tank Azurill right here.
again. If that wasn't bad enough, Azumarill set up the Rain and an Aqua Ring for itself, which turned this fight from, to...
I love the Nidoqueen! It's soaked. He's trying to see.
This awful one-on-one lasted 10 whole minutes. I slap him, he slaps back, much harder, and then heals, and then I heal. But eventually, Dillydoo wins the stalling battle, and Azumarill goes down. In an unpredictable turn of events, Dilly-Doo saved us from utter defeat. What an adventure we just went on. Insane encounters, insane bullcrap, friends, death, bullying, and the Dilly-Doos. Thanks for going on this journey with me, Jacob. I quite literally couldn't have done it without you. And a salute to the buddies we made along the way. Except you.
Except you. No, Jaiden was the director, I know that. But look! A team of 6 on storyboards. There were more people. There was a team of 9 on keyframes, some of which were there before. I know Jaiden Animations did the directing. I'll have to double check her. Yeah, so a couple of those people who did the storyboards did the keyframes, which, fine. Oops. More animators, okay. And this appears to be the end of her Nuzlocke series, which, I mean, I'm fine. With my Nuzlocke, I was planning to play for a week and get it out. It took a month to get through all that. They are a time hog. But at the same time, the fact that she had such a big team doing this, and it took a lot of effort, is the reason why we have this really awesome video. If you got... And that's it. It's ended. So if you guys want to hear more, please don't hesitate to tell me. So what's your favorite Nuzlocke story? Is it from this, a video? Please tell me down below. And everyone, have fun. Have fun.